But my name is Bob Burns. I go by on the internet as Blogger Bob from the Transportation Security Administration. Heard a lot of great examples today of and suggestions about social media, and today I'm going to show you basically one of the examples of how it worked for us. And this is our blog. This is, by the way, this is our most recent post, which wasn't really related to security at all, but we decided to just put up a thank you to veterans, especially since the large percentage of our workforce are veterans.
Sorry, process note. Did you send me a presentation?
Yes.
Okay. This one's my fault. It's on my email. So.
Okay, I can go forward without a presentation. I always print one out just in case. So, the TSA, we've had a blog since January 30th of 2008. A lot of people say when we first started the blog, are you crazy? You know, Transportation Security Administration is one of the least popular government organizations out there. Do you want to strap yourself to the whipping post or run through a gauntlet? And in a few ways it has been kind of like that, but we've opened up a lot of dialogue. And I just want to open up with a quick story here about a recent example of how social media worked for us. Is anybody familiar with the recent popular mommy blogger who claimed that TSA took her son? Anyone read that? Well, she has a popular blog, and she stated one morning at 8:30 in the morning, a TSA agent took my son. And it wasn't just, TSA took my son. It was a very passionate, emotional, long story. And after I read it, as a father of two, I read it and I said, if this is true, I'm going to be extremely disappointed and angry. And but then after reading it again, I thought, I'm going to have to see this to believe it. So, of course, a story like this has the perfect ingredients: the TSA, which nobody likes, and they took my kid. So now they're involving all these emotions. So it went viral. So it's spreading around the internet like crazy. So we got together with our public affairs folks in Atlanta, and they were able to work with leadership there and fish through 21 lanes worth of CCTV footage. And based on photographs from this woman on her blog, we were able to match up her and her child coming to the checkpoint. And we matched up her checkpoint experience with what she wrote on her blog, and it was false, very inaccurate. Her son was in her sight the entire time. So of course, after we danced a little jig and we were all extremely happy, we got together with senior leadership, including the chief counsel and the privacy folks and some people from operations, and reviewed the video just to make sure we weren't going to break any laws and get ourselves in trouble by posting this. And it was decided, especially after our chief counsel read the account on her blog and then saw what really happened, she was like, oh, we have to post this right now. Because after you read what, the story she conveyed and then saw what really happened, it was just really infuriating. So the footage showed, oh, do we have it? Yep. Cool. Didn't even know it was up there. Where were we at? So early Saturday morning, we posted, and when I say early, it was 2 in the morning. We posted a response, and the reason it was so early in the morning was we had the video, but we had some problems rendering the video to get it up, so it took us a while. So at 2 in the morning, I put it up, and as soon as I put it up, this woman had begged everybody to retweet her story, and by retweet, that's basically a way of forwarding your message on to other people, and that's how it was becoming viral. So what I did from 2 a.m. until 4 a.m. was tweet all the people she tweeted to have retweet the whole message. And it took me a while, but it was well worth it. When I went to bed that night, woke up the next morning, started checking around the internet, the story went quickly from bad, evil, wicked TSA mistreats passenger to woman lies about screening experience. And people were really letting her have it. Next slide. So, I'll hurry up here. What you see here on the left is a travel blog called Jaunted, and they've never ever said anything nice about us. So when this woman put out her original post, they jumped on board and believed it. Well, this is their apology after they saw our video. And I imagine that's the blogger right there with the bottle. And but a lot of blogs worried about the story if it was true, and they actually apologized to the TSA. Our frontline workforce actually expressed appreciation for us standing up for them and defending them. Many social media experts cited our effort as a textbook example of killing a bad story while protecting the brand. And not taking action, I really firmly believe that if we hadn't taken action and this would have gone forward, we would have had a lot more press inquiries from national media. But as it stood, we just had basically a lot of attention from the blogosphere, and it didn't go national. So I think by us responding so quickly and actually having, it was a huge team effort between the field, headquarters, and all the different offices to say, okay, we've got the video, we can use it, let's go with it. And we decided that fast. It didn't take multiple meetings over a week. You know, we actually decided fast and got it out there. So next slide, please. On the left, you can see our normal bandwidth. And when you see that huge peak, that's when we posted the video and I started retweeting everybody. And the story started spreading. Our average monthly hits to the blog are usually 50,000 hits. The total hits to this post as of a couple weeks ago were almost 130,000 hits just to the post. We got about 400 comments on that post. There's normally 75. Then we also, I'll talk about a quick lesson learned and then I'll get off of here. When we first posted the video, it was, we wanted to make it short and sweet. So we took all the 9 angles and edited them one by one so you didn't have to watch all 9 angles and you could just see what happened. Well, once we put that up, there was an outcry that we edited the video, which technically we did, but we didn't edit out any content. So based on the outcry, we went and we actually took all 9 video angles in their entirety and posted them on YouTube. And that's when people started, people who were like on the fence about, well, maybe TSA did it, maybe they didn't, were like, oh, she lied. So that's a lesson learned from us is to, if you're gonna edit the video, put the live feed up also, unedited version. So put them both up. And because of this, our Technorati ranking went from like 19,000 to 636, and that's ranked 636 out of millions of blogs out there, so that was pretty impressive. And next slide, these are just some comments from the media, and you can see that they were really impressed. So it's always nice to get good press. And I don't have any contact information like I usually do because this was actually an internal briefing, but I've got plenty of cards with me if somebody wants one.